Range of punishment is 5 to 99 years or life in prison and up to $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Is there a reason she's crying?
She's just upset.
All right, what are you upset about?
Situation. I didn't expect this.
What's upsetting you about the situation?
There's a lot of things that I should have done and I didn't do when she first arrived at our home.
Court is going to sentence you.
All right, guys. Today we're covering a truly disturbing court case, one that's as heartbreaking as it is infuriating. The defendant is on trial for the abuse and death of her own child, and yet she's sitting there in court, sobbing like she's the victim. Honestly, I'll never understand how someone can take a life, especially a child's, and then try to paint themselves as the one who's suffering. This case is beyond tragic, and it's one of those that just makes your blood boil. As you watch, let me know in the comments what you think about this woman, because in my opinion, she's absolutely despicable. Let's go ahead and dive in and see how this nightmare began.
All right, state.
Your Honor, as you know, this case involves the death of a child.
All right, everyone, please whisper.
A pretty horrific death of a child. And at this time, they are allegations, but due to the serious nature, we feel that $200,000 is appropriate. But that if the court is willing to lower them, then obviously full conditions. But for something involving something like this, I feel like anything lower than 150 even would be just way too low. It also is a little concerning that no one's willing to help her, because then how is she going to be supported in the community? That's just concerning to the state, Your Honor.
Well, just to clear it up, it's not no one. It's just people. Unfortunately, the people that are willing to help are just unable to do so financially. So.
All right, the court is going to deny the motion, and the court has had no evidence on what amount of bond that she is able to make. So at this time, the court will deny the motion. And counsel, if there's an issue, is your client in protective custody?
Yes, Your Honor. Yeah.
All right, if there's an issue at the jail with her safety, just let the court know. But my understanding, she is in protective custody. Beyond that, that's all I can do. And counsel, I've always found them to be receptive if there's an issue with danger. Okay.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jenny.
All right, that's the last we see of her for now, but don't go anywhere. Because up next, I'm going to show you exactly what happened 5 months later when she was finally sentenced for assaulting and killing her own child. This is the kind of crime that just makes your blood boil. There's no excuse, no justification. It's pure evil. And honestly, if the judge doesn't throw the book at her, I might actually lose it. You don't get to take an innocent life and walk away with a slap on the wrist. This is one of those cases where, in my opinion, she should never see the outside of a prison again. Let's dive in and see how the justice system handled this.
Court is calling 2022 CR 11873, State of Texas versus Yvonne Monica Perez. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Allie Jackson.
Defense.
Matthew Allen.
Are you Ms. Perez?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, have you received all the discovery that you revealed with your client?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Did you understand you're charged with assault intentionally, knowingly of serious bodily injury by omission with a child? Did you understand that's the offense?
Yes, Your Honor.
Range of punishment is 5 to 99 years or life in prison and up to $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
If you have a plea with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea. If for any reason the court doesn't follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you believe she has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against her?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you believe she's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
Yes, Your Honor.
Ms. Perez, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter this plea?
No, Your Honor.
Anyone promised you anything other than the plea?
No, Your Honor.
Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived her rights to jury trial. Did you review the plea bargain page with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, Your Honor.
According to the plea, punishment is to be assessed at 18 years in the prison and there are no applications. Did you understand that to be the plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
I hate to interrupt here, But I have to say this, the way this woman is crying is seriously making me angry. She's not crying out of guilt or remorse. She's crying because every time the judge says the word prison, a new tear magically rolls down her face. It's like clockwork, time behind bars. Boom Instant Waterworks. Funny how she wasn't crying when she was out there committing these horrible crimes. But now that she's finally facing consequences, suddenly she wants to play the victim. Right now, the sentence being discussed is 18 years. And honestly, I don't think that's enough. She took the life of an innocent child, and in my opinion, that deserves a lot more than 18 years. But what do you think? Should the judge accept the plea and give her 18? Or does she deserve something much harsher? Let's go ahead and dive in and see how this plays out.
Defense, is that the plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
State, is that the plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
Then to the offenses charged, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest.
State, any evidence?
State Exhibit 1.
No objections.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence State's Exhibits 1 and attachments, and the court will review the same. Is there a reason she's crying?
She's just upset.
All right, what are you upset about?
Situation. I didn't expect this.
What's upsetting you about the situation?
Try to do something kind and just.
It's just I don't know if the court has noticed, every time she's come in, she's been very,
Crying.
very emotional. Your Honor.
I apologize, Your Honor.
No, all right, I'm just asking questions. All right, if we can go off the record. All right, State, are you asking to amend the stipulations?
Yes, Your Honor.
No objections.
All right, and then the court will review State's Exhibits 1 and attachments with the amended stipulations. All right, after reviewing State's Exhibits 1 and attachments, court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and the court will find you guilty. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor.
Anyone want to say why you should follow this plea bargain agreement?
I can speak briefly on that, Your Honor. I think the stipulations, so the way that she came about, Ms. Pettis came about to have the child was kind of strange to begin with. She, in my opinion, I think, saw these two children that were on the streets. Her and her partner tried to help take them in. And then obviously there was an incident that Ms. Pettis describes a week prior to this where, again, she should have taken the girl in for medical treatment immediately. And then obviously she fell from the stairs.
Let's backtrack a little bit, because it says in the stipulations that there were two people outside of the store. She says she's being a good Samaritan, so she takes them both back to her apartment, and then she tells one of them, I can no longer keep you here. You need to leave. But I'll keep the complainant.
Yes, her and her partner. So her partner ended up, I believe, keeping the younger boy, and she kept the younger girl at the apartment. And then,
And is this younger boy currently alive?
Yes,
yeah,
Your Honor.
yes.
And where is he?
As CPS has removed him from meetings with other people.
The incident described that is the leads to this tragedy. Obviously, is Yvonne describes it as she's playing. Obviously, kids shouldn't be playing on the stairs. We know that. She hits her head and her back. She seems like she's okay as far as checking on her. She's eating more.
So why would she pinching her as a sign of as punishment? Because that's what it says in the steps, that she would pinch her.
Yes, sir.
Why?
It wasn't like I'm pitching her, just kind of like a grab, like just
It says it
to
left
prompt.
bruises.
I'm sorry.
It said it left bruises.
Yeah, I'm just not buying the sob story, not for a second. This whole case is beyond disturbing. Like, how do you randomly take two kids from out in public back to your home? And then surprise, one of them ends up dead in your custody. But doesn't just happen. And now she's sitting there with this sad little puppy dog face, hoping people forget the fact that she caused all of this. She doesn't care about anyone but herself. And those fake tears, they're not fooling anyone. I really hope Judge Boyd sees right through this act and puts an end to it, because honestly, I'm getting sick of even seeing her face on screen. My heart breaks for the kid. She stole out in public, like a predator. In my opinion, she deserves life in prison, no questions asked. But what do you think? Drop your thoughts in the comments and let's dive back in to see what happens next.
I didn't realize it was gonna leave a bruise. I didn't intentionally do it to like leave that bruise. The little girl, when my daughter was, when
And so I think she's describing as, yes, she again is admitting to that. It doesn't matter whether you think it's going to leave a bruise or not leave a bruise. I typically would agree. And then as far as her actions, she seemed like she was okay, and then the next morning, obviously, she's not, and then drops her off at the hospital, and then obviously does another bad thing, just leaves her and then leaves. She does come back. She does sit down with the police. She does talk to them, tell them everything that's going on and what happened. Obviously, at that point, it's too late. But I can speak to Ms. Perez from the day I've been with her for 20 months or so, from the day I've met her until today. Every time I talk to her, she's upset, and it's not because of so much of her situation, it's because of what happened. And she knows that she did wrong. She knows she wishes she could go back in time and change all of that. And she says that every time I talk to her. And so,
Like maybe if somebody's offering you a child, maybe calling the police.
yes, going that far back. It's not one mistake. It's things that happen over and over. And again,
So was the child healthy when she received the child?
I don't.
Was the child healthy when you received the child?
the first one is Joel.
No, I'm talking about the child that is deceased.
I don't
Was that child healthy when you received the child?
healthy in a sense. I mean, she was
Healthy in the
skinny.
sense that
She
she
was
had-
skinny.
Did
We
she have
fed
all her
her.
hair?
Did she have all her what? Her hair?
On her head.
Yes, Your Honor. I mean, only like patches, like not patches, but like her hair was thin. Her hair wasn't thick. It was thin. Her hair was thin. She came when I picked her up when Cassandra told me to go, and when we went to go pick her up, she had like a dirty little outfit. I bought her clothes. I mean, there's a lot of things that I should have done and I didn't do when she first arrived at our home. I should have taken her to get a welfare check. I should have done, and I didn't. I just
Well, and like Your Honor said, I mean, the initial thing would be to contact authorities to go through the proper channels. I think CPS was contacted prior to this and made contact with Ms. Pettis, so they were aware of the situation. But again,
Aware of what situation?
that the girl was staying with Ms. Pettis. But
Was
again,
that before or after the child was taken to the hospital?
before.
So Child Protective Services was aware that somebody off the street gave her a child, and she picked up the phone and called Child Protective Services and said,
No,
"I have this child."
No, Ms. Pettis didn't. They contacted her. So again, I agree with the court. She should have done a lot of different things.
I mean, I'm just unpacking things a little
Yes.
bit.
So the mother has extensive history with CPS and had different children taken away. So I think CPS was checking into the whereabouts of Ronnie and Noel.
All right.
It was that.
So that's how CPS found out that the child was in her care,
Yes.
and CPS did nothing.
Wow, if CPS actually did nothing, that's just insane to me. Like, yeah, we're charging the person who committed the crime, which obviously we should. But how is the CPS worker walking away from all of this with zero accountability? If your job is literally to protect children and you drop the ball this hard, there should be real consequences. This whole situation just feels off. These things don't happen out of nowhere. Someone ignored the red flags. Of course, this woman is clearly responsible. But what about the CPS worker? What about her partner? There's just so many people who could have stepped in. And no, I don't know. I can't shake the feeling that there's something darker going on here. Something more evil than we're being told. Let me know what you think. Maybe I missed something. But to me, this feels way bigger than just one person. Let's dive back in and see what sentence she ends up with.
I mean, CPS workers sometimes, well, many CPS workers are overworked and underpaid, but I'm wondering why would a CPS worker, and this is just a side note, why a CPS worker would leave a child with somebody that a mother just gave to that's a complete stranger. I guess that's something else that needs to be addressed.
Yes, and like I said, the circumstance behind it are just to put it, I guess, strange, and that's one of the things that I found strange as well, to, I guess, put it nicely. But
So why am I following this plea?
Your Honor, at this point, the state, after much back and forth, we recommended this plea due to what is actually being charged, and what we can prove. It becomes a question of whether or not we can prove that she did not seek adequate medical attention in terms of she has training as an LVN and attempted to keep an eye on the child at home, and it becomes whether or not we would be able to prove that she failed to do so due to how it is charged, Your Honor. And so at this point, we do feel 18 years for what she's charged with is appropriate.
All right. And does she have a license as an LVN? I'm assuming
She did in the past.
She did in the past, and then I needed to renew it
it's
because I
expired,
went.
is that
Yes,
right?
and
Yes.
then I started going to school to EC. Oh, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
it's expired.
This is what the court is going to do. As previously stated, the court is finding you guilty. The court is going to sentence you to 8 years in the prison, give you credit for any time served. There's to be no contact with minors. There's to be,
Judge, did you say 8 or 18?
18. Did I say 18?
Okay.
All right, thank you.
It's okay. Matt and I are
Yes,
just.
all right. 18. All right, 18 years in the prison, credit for any time served. There's to be no contact with minors, and there's to be no employment in the future with minors or vulnerable persons. Is there anything else with regards to sentencing?
Not sentencing, we do have victim impact, Your Honor. So what?
We can go off the record. Here's the thing, whether you had your LVN license or not, I saw where you took your dog to the groomers. When a child is sick, you take a child to the doctor.
Yes, Your Honor.
I don't know why. Sometimes people have more love for their animals than they have for little children.
Judge Boyd honestly scared me for a second. There I could have sworn she said 8 years. But even 18 years doesn't sit right with me. I mean, like the prosecutor said, they could only prove so much. Which just makes me think there was way more going on behind the scenes. This woman really needs to stop with the fake tears. Because in my opinion, she just got let off the hook for something way more serious. 18 years feels way too light for what happened. And let's not ignore the bigger issue. CPS, if they missed red flags. If they failed to act, then that's an entire system breakdown. The system meant to protect kids shouldn't be letting things like this slip through the cracks. I'm honestly shocked Judge Boyd didn't press harder for more info on that CPS worker. Accountability matters, especially when it involves a child's life. But maybe I'm being too harsh. I don't know. What do you guys think? Did the judge make the right call, or should the sentence have been way harsher? Let me know in the comments. I seriously want to hear your thoughts. And if you want more breakdowns like this, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you don't miss future videos. I post every single day, and your support means the world. Thanks for watching, take care, and I'll see you in the next one.